Hi, we're going to talk about some unusual plants and fungus. Some plants are killers. They catch insects for extra food. These plants grow in soil where there are not enough minerals for food. They get the extra minerals from the insects they feed on. Some flowering plants make their own food, but also take some from other plants. A few plants steal all their food and hardly look like plants at all. So this is one who steals food. The dodder does not have any leaves to make food. It lives by taking all it needs from the plants on which it grows. It only looks like a plant when it grows flowers. This leaf of a pitcher plant grows into a long, hollow tube. The bottom of the tube fills with water. The leaf has a smell that attracts insects. They climb inside the leaf to look for nectar and fall into the water and drown. The plant feeds on their dead bodies. So this is the leaf, the tube one. That's what it looks like, and you can see that. And then this is the one who that steals all the food. And it does flower, but it doesn't have any leaves, so it's around the branch there. The sundew has hairy leaves. Insects are caught in the sticky drops on the tips of the hairs. The plant slowly feeds on the soft parts of the insect bodies. Then the hard parts, like the legs and wings, blow away in the wind. Venus flytraps' leaves are divided into two halves. When an insect lands on them, they snap together to trap it. The spines on the leaf edges act like prison bars and prevent the insect from escaping. Mistletoe fruit is eaten by birds, but the seeds stick to their beaks. When the birds clean their beaks by rubbing them on another tree, the seed gets stuck in the bark. When the seed sprouts, it grows leaves to make some food, but it also takes from the inside of the tree trunk. So this is the Venus flytrap, and you can see the leaves. That it is. This is the one who gets the insects, and this is mistletoe here. What is a fungus? A fungus is not a plant or an animal. It belongs to a group of living things called fungi. The body of a fungus is made of many threads, like those in cotton balls. The threads grow as they feed. Fungi make spores like simple plants, but when the spore breaks open, the fungus grows out and starts to feed on plants and animals. Most fungi feed on dead plants and animals, causing them to rot and form minerals in the soil. Some fungi feed on living plants and animals. Toadstools. As young toadstools sprout and begin to grow, the cap edges begin to separate from the stalk. Tree fungus. Some kinds of fungi grow inside tree stumps. They have threads that feed on the dead wood. When the threads have grown through the wood, they make toadstools on the outside of the stump. So there's some toadstools, the red ones, and then this is fungi growing on a tree. The life cycle of a fungus. The mushroom has a cap that makes spores. When the spores are released, they land in the soil and grow threads. The threads make a lump called a button. The button then grows into a mushroom. So if you see here, there's the spores. These are the threads that look kind of like roots. And then they grow the button, and it starts the mushroom. A blue fungus called penicillin grows on old fruit. A medicine called penicillin is made from it. Fungi that rusts grow on living plants and take food from their leaves. Rusts and other fungi called mildews are pests because they can ruin whole fields of crops. So you can see here, this is, if you see really closely, you can see the little dots. And that's what it looks like up close. But they can grow on leaves. That's called rusts. So it's a little interesting facts about fungi. So you should have this sheet. And this is the parts of the mushroom. So this top part is called the cap of the mushroom. And then we have on it the scales. These are the gills. We have the ring. So this thing that goes around it, it's called a ring. We have the stem, which is here. And this is the cup. Looks like a cup. And then finally the root, which is the thread that starts. So for this work, you can write the words, copy them from the bottom, or you can cut them and glue them. I gave you the first letter so that you can remember what they are. But you can see the cap is the cap, the stem is the stem. This is a ring that goes around the cup. The gills look kind of like gills on a fish, sort of. And then there's scales on it and the roots. So that will be, and then you can color your picture of a mushroom. Bye.